And I don't mind about making the mistakes because I don't think that any musician or any human is perfect. We all make mistakes, and I have a tendency of failing upwards. So, doing the mistakes, yes, absolutely, I'll make them, and but it's okay because it's the heart is true when I'm playing, and it's just what I live for. So even if I make a mistake, well, it's all in the learning process and in the journey, the musical journey anyway. So we all have to take that walk together. If they want to hear it, I'll play it, mistakes and all. That's what it's all about. Because, you know, you hit these plateaus of proficiency, and I don't want to ever get to the point where I stop learning, especially in music, because my heart is so close to it. But I never want to stop learning different ways. That's why I play with so many different bands in different genres. There may be Wookie Foot that's playing jam band, reggae, you know, their own sound, or you got Johnson Family Band who's playing fast, driving, traditional bluegrass. You've got the Ragbirds from Minnesota, or I'm sorry, from Michigan. The Ragbirds are from Michigan, and they have this. Oh, they've had just a unique sound together because they're a family band, and it's just an honor to play with all of these different bands. Dead Larry is like the Funky Friends, and they have a funk backbeat, and Dustin Thomas from Minneapolis, he's another one that is a singer to look out for. He's just absolutely amazing, pure soul, and it comes out in his voice and in his playing, and very high energy, driving singer-songwriter kind of thing, and he writes his own songs, and a lot of them don't give me anything more than a key, a start key, and then we kind of like listen and see where the music goes. And the way the banjo works is that I never want to overpower any other musician or band that I'm playing as a part of or sitting in with, because the banjo, I'm listening to the kind of music that they play, and then the banjo kind of comes underneath to support what's already there. If the part is covered, there's no point in playing it. You see what I mean? It's no point in doubling that up, but to support something that's already there and play something, maybe a counter rhythm or something a little outside the banjo box. You know, most of them are, you know, but that's not the way I play. And I think that the banjo is an unlimited instrument. There's a lot of banjo fans, and it's been kind of a challenge to reach those fans because, as I said before, there's no slick label. You know, most of the things on my new record, That Was Then, This Is Now, I lack the budget for the musicians because I like to take care of the musicians that are supporting me and in, you know, a band situation. So a lot of those times when you're just getting out there and trying to break into the industry, you don't have the budget. So you gotta maybe do it for gasoline, or maybe do it for, you know, but they generally take really good care of me overall for all of the festivals and the gigs that I've had the opportunity of playing this past 2 years. It's been like a dream come true, and 9 times out of 10 you can't force a rhythm, you know, and nothing should ever be forced. It should all flow. So if you relax and don't stress about it, sometimes other opportunities can come. So many people are worried about money when you sign on the dotted line to so many people. I don't have a problem with labels, but you know, a lot of cases, the publishing and the labels are the only thing that's making the money. So they're finding that the internet, a lot of people are finding that if they give away their music, they're becoming more popular. John Mayer did that. I mean, he gave away his CD for free download, and it shot through the roof. And people shared it.
Youth Orchestra did that.
Youth Orchestra is an amazing band, and it's wonderful that they come back into Iowa and they do their festival, Camp Euphoria. I was a part of that in '07. It was such an honor. That was where I first tried out my electric banjo with the wireless, and I actually jumped off a 5-foot stage, ran around the drum, and then jumped back up on the stage, and just to dance around and play, and and be a part of that event was such an honor. They're amazing musicians.
Yeah.
And it's
This
so
past
great.
summer, Erika went there and covered it, and she got sessions with 12 bands,
Absolutely.
and it was amazing.
And they
It was
get
great.
the best bands at Camp Euphoria because they've done the festival circuit, because they're very well together band. They were totally together and pushing the outer limits of musical pursuits when I had first moved to Iowa, and I heard of both Mike Talaman. He was a member of both Baber's Neighbors, who is from here in Des Moines. Very
Yeah, we've had
awesome.
them twice.
They're awesome. They
Yeah, we
just
love
are
Baber's
awesome.
Neighbors.
And I got the honor of sitting in with them last year about I think it was about 7 times, because their fantastic banjo player Paul Perkins couldn't make it because he had a family, and sometimes bands do. They settle down and maybe they can't make a gig because they couldn't get a babysitter or something like that. But that's kind of the neat aspect of being able to fit into a band that is already established. If they are doing traditional bluegrass, or say Bob Black is another one, former Bill Monroe boy, right here in Iowa. Maybe he couldn't make it to a gig. He would give me a call, and what an honor, what an honor. Or if I couldn't make a gig, I'd give him a call, and he's right there. The musicians are the ones that take the competition out of it, find that they can call anybody that they need for studio sessions. Thankful Dirt, they were also on your Insider sessions. They used a hotbed of talent when they did their record in Iowa City, and that was just released this year, and I was honored to be a part of that as well.
Their session with them was just fantastic. I mean, they're so
Stellar.
talented. And
Yes.
Erika filmed them in an elevator.
Really? Oh,
Tiny little
wow.
That's why it
elevator.
was so. If you watched it, that's why it was so dark. It was inside of an elevator. But
Absolutely.
she said it's the only quiet place she could find to
Right.
record them.
Molly is an amazing
And
singer.
that's
Yeah,
kind of
Darren
like-
she's
is-
inspiring.
What a stellar guitarist.
And that's the kind of thing we look for in the Insider sessions. We never film anybody on stage. It's always some out of the way, random place.
And it's
And like in the back, we've had people in the back of their vans,
right.
and now an elevator. Just all kinds
Backstage.
of unusual places.
Yeah, backstage.
And I ended up sitting in with that band, Hot Butter Grum,
Oh, yeah.
next time that they were in Iowa City.
Yeah.
In a small
Because they had never
place
heard me
back
before.
at El Bait Shop with
Right.
you, freezing.
Freezing, yes, that was a cold one. But I wouldn't have had it any other way.
Was it
And
just raining? I don't
it was-
remember.
It was 10 below that day.
I
what I
thought it was
remember.
like raining, but maybe it was just really
And
cold.
my band couldn't even make it, the band that I was a part of at the time.
Oh, yeah.
They couldn't even make it out to El Bait. I was the only one that could make it out there because I had left early, and they couldn't show up, so I did a solo loop station thing, and that has been really taking off, and that's why I've been getting into a lot of the progressive festivals, not necessarily traditional bluegrass, because I leave that to the experts. I mean, I can play traditional bluegrass, but I leave it to the experts. I want to play things that are a little bit outside of that traditional box. I want to play different genres and stuff, and with the loop station, what I've been doing is adding the bass parts, adding the guitar parts, adding the banjo or mandolin or dobro, and then building the song up from the ground up so that you hear it, and then adding 4-part harmony over top of it as a singer, so that they can see this gets them in the door, but if they actually are able to visualize what you had visualized at El Bay, it's doing it all. And I was recording with Luke Tweedy at Black Studios. That's where I did the album. That was then This Is Now. And I had just purchased the loop station, and he goes, "Do you realize what you did?" I said, "No, what do you mean?" He goes, "You just bought 3 more of yourself." And I'm like, I hope that's a good thing.
Where's your website?
My website is www.jonericmusic.com. No H in John, so it's JONERICMUSIC.com.
And your CD's available on there?
Yes, it is. If there's not there's supposed to be a PayPal button added to it soon, but you can just email me at the email address, and I'll make sure you get one. And asking for $15 for it, but if you can't afford it, we will make sure you get a copy. Because I am
Very nice.
honored, but you have to burn it for 5 friends.
There you go.
It's meant to
Spread
be
it
shared.
around. Nice. Also, you mentioned about about your festivals this summer. Which ones are you going to be playing?
I am going to be playing some festivals at Harmony Park this year, and being a part of the Wookie Foot experience. One of the songs that I created is called Tickle the Wookie Foot. That was just written about maybe 2 weeks ago, so that's a new song that's going to be on the second record that I do.
Awesome.
And the next record is going to have some guest musicians on it. That was then, this is now is just me on drums, bass, guitar, dobro, banjo, electric banjo, and some trippy sounds and stuff that was then is the traditional, and it gives a reverence to the old way. This is now is the future of where I hear the banjo pretty much going into, where it breaks the barriers of you know, the reputation of the joking banjo jokes and that kind of thing.
When are you going to start recording the second album?
I've already
You already started? When do you
Um,
expect to release it?
It will be out in March.
All right.
End of March.
That's not too far away.
Cool.
Really?
You should do a review of this album when it comes out.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You can send
That's
it to
something
them.
we want to.
Well, you can do a review because it has not been released in Iowa
Oh,
until yesterday.
nice.
So most of the places that I visit, like Harrodsburg, Kentucky, in the Washington D.C. area, Philadelphia, Ohio, like some of the festivals up in northern Iowa, but Des Moines, Iowa City, they don't know it exists yet. So I've been kind of just perhaps doing it on my own, trying to get it out, getting it into the hands of the fans that really want it. And then there will be, I don't even think that there's going to be a CD release party for it, because the whole experience of being able to play, it feels like my second childhood, so every time I get to play is a party. So I just want to make sure that everybody gets it that wants it. It doesn't matter if you can't afford it, we'll make sure that you get a copy, and just keep supporting what I do, and I'll keep giving you what you want.
There's, other than the Wookie Foot ones, what other festivals are you going to play?
I'm also going to be playing down at Terrapin Hill Farms. They're a fantastic music facility in Harrodsburg, Kentucky, and that just came through today. I'm so excited. They also have organic farming classes, and they're a self-sufficient farm that is also educating on organic farming in this wonderful venue in Harrodsburg. Also, Hidden Acres Music Farm. I'm going to be doing 3 festivals for them. It's going to be Fire in the Flatlands, Jerry's Jam, and Fall Frolic at Hidden Acres in Lawrence, Iowa.
Cool. Sounds good.